Welcome back to the channel, guys, and today I wanted to talk about essentially what is happening with Star Wars Hunters, as it has obviously been quite a while now since I've actually uploaded a video surrounding this game, simply because it was actually delayed probably around 3 or 4 months ago now, if not even further than that. And so because there was actually quite a bit of interest from you guys surrounding this game, I wanted to essentially just give you guys a quick update on what's happening with the game, and even just quickly explain what the game is, because I still know that a lot of people don't even know what this game is. It's had a weird sort of marketing campaign, and it is definitely a little bit more niche than most typical Star Wars games out there. Now, before we get into it, I've got to give a big shout out to my partners at Glitch Energy. For those who aren't aware, they've actually just launched a brand new formula, and it is actually even healthier than their previous formula, which was already healthy in the first place. The new formula not only gives you a big kick of energy, as it did with the previous formula, but it does also have a lot of new ingredients that help with stuff like cognitive function and reaction time and all those sorts of things, and it sort of helps you stay focused with that big kick of energy rather than just getting a kick of energy and your brain isn't really ready to actually use that productively. So I've been trying it out myself now for the last 3 or 4 days, and it does definitely make me feel a lot more focused. If you guys want to try it out for yourself, you can head to glitchenergy.com. The link to that is down below. And if you guys use code SAMMY at the checkout, you guys can get 20% off your order. But with that being said, let's get stuck into a quick little update for what is happening with Star Wars Hunters. So like I said, I want to just quickly explain essentially what this game is, because I know a lot of you guys will have already seen a lot of videos on this channel and other channels out there, and you may have even played the game yourself because it is obviously in soft launch, but I know a lot of people still just have no idea what this game actually is. Now, Star Wars Hunters is a small-scale arena shooter made by Zynga. It is a mobile game, but it is also launching on the Nintendo Switch in 2023, and it is going to be available on iOS and Android as well. So it's going to have a huge player base. I know that mobile games, and I'm one of those people too, I'm not the biggest mobile gamer, and it always comes with a bit of it's a mobile game, but I can tell you guys this is actually a really fun game, and the fact that it's going to be on the Switch is the one thing that made me really excited for it, because I can then actually play it on like my monitor, or you guys can play on your TV, and it does start to feel a bit more like a, typical console game rather than a mobile game. Now, it's been in soft launch since I think November of last year, so it's pretty much been out for like a year now in soft launch. I've played a lot of hours in that time. I don't have the actual stats, but if I had to guess, I would imagine probably around 300 or 400 hours already, and I wouldn't have put that time into it if I didn't enjoy this game. It is really fun. It's got a very fun gameplay loop. It's very competitive, and it's also like really well balanced and all that kind of thing. So that's a little recap of what the game is for those who weren't aware, and there's plenty of videos back on the channel from probably the last year really since it's been in soft launch, where I've sort of gone a little bit more in depth on what the game is for those who are interested in that. Now, in terms of like what is happening with this game, because like I said, it's been in soft launch now for nearly a year, and the short answer is I have no idea what's happening with this game. They have delayed it now, I think for the 2nd time, and it may possibly have even been the 3rd time. I can't actually remember. It was announced way back in, I think, early 2021, and then yeah, it's definitely been delayed twice, I know that much, but it may have actually been delayed a 3rd time. Now, they are saying on their website and everything that it is meant to be launching in 2023, and obviously that's, we're only a few months away from that now, so hopefully it is just around the corner. Now, that could obviously just mean November of 2023, and it could be more than a year away. We have no idea, and that's kind of what I'm getting at, that I actually have no idea what's happening with this game. Their marketing for it, their communication, or essentially their lack thereof, it's all been a little bit odd, and it's had a lot of people very confused, but also a little bit worried that the game's eventually going to get cancelled, because a lot of games, they have this sort of situation where there's a lot of hype around it, and then maybe it goes into soft launch, or it goes into beta or something like that, and then you just kind of never really hear much about it again, and it always tends to be that, that game gets cancelled. Maybe it didn't have a good enough reception or anything like that, and yeah, a lot of those games unfortunately do get cancelled. Now, with this game, weirdly enough, it's actually like kind of the opposite. This game has had a lot of hype around it, at least from the people who have played the game, and I know a lot of you will say, oh, not many people have played it. It's got over 1 million downloads on iOS and over 1 million downloads on the Google Play Store, so it's got at least 2 million people who have downloaded the game and played it. And every time I search for a game, no matter what time of day, even if it's at like 6 AM in Australia, you essentially always get a game instantly. Sometimes there are a few bots here here and there, but for the most part, they are all real players. So it's actually got a pretty, solid player base for a game that is in soft launch, and for a game that, it hasn't really had a proper marketing campaign. It's had, I think, 2 trailers. It had the initial sort of like teaser trailer, and then it had the welcome to the arena or something like that. That was a lot more cinematic. And then actually, now that I think of it, I think it has actually had a 3rd trailer, but that's over the course of 18 months. So it's just had a weird marketing campaign. But I can tell you guys from actually playing it, and there's a big Discord that's got thousands of members and stuff. It's got a pretty healthy player base and a lot of hype within that community. So from what I can tell, they haven't delayed the game or been quiet about it because, it's potentially going to be cancelled and stuff like that. From what I've heard, it's actually quite the opposite. They've seen the reception to the game, and I think Zynga has actually seen the potential of the game as it is being developed by Boss Alien. And from what I've heard, just a few rumors here and there, this is nothing official or anything like that, but I've heard a lot of people saying that there is a good chance they've actually delayed it to give it a bit more time because they can see crazy potential in this game, and they essentially want to make sure they get it right because it's kind of bigger and better than they thought it was going to be. And I can say that myself, having played it. When it first got announced, I will be completely honest, I was not that excited. I was kind of yeah, I'm sure I'll give it a try, but it's probably going to suck. It's a mobile game, blah blah blah. Now, when it soft launched, I downloaded it straight away, and honestly, I have been absolutely in love with it since then. Now, I've had probably the last 3 months off since they delayed it, simply because I don't want to overplay it, and then when it actually launches, I'm not even hyped for it. So I actually took a break, not because I was bored of it, but essentially because I don't want to become bored of it, if that makes sense, and be all excited when no one else is really playing it in terms of the broader gaming community. So I've had a lot of fun with it, and like I said, I'm not a mobile gamer. I'm not the type that just plays any game just because it's got Star Wars on it. I've never really played Galaxy of Heroes and stuff like that. I've played here and there, but I've never been fully into it, whereas with this game, I was genuinely addicted to it at a certain point there. So like I said, a lot of people have been a little bit sort of worried about, what's happening. Is it even going to ever come out? Because it's been so quiet from the developers and stuff like that. But personally, I actually think that it could very well be the opposite, that they've sort of seen how well the reception has gone for the game, and they've actually gone, oh shit, this could be really big. Let's take an extra year, for example, and try and get it right, especially with a lot of games out there that have launched in a not finished state and then they end up being a bust. If this game launches and it sucks, then it will die immediately. Whereas if it launches and it's very strong, this could, I'm not even joking, this could be a 10-year live service. This game has so much potential. So those are some of the rumors that I'm hearing out there. And again, none of that is official. It's mostly just within the Discord community and stuff on Twitter and stuff like that. I have also seen, and this is a little bit more, I guess, edgy. So take it with a grain of salt, but I've also heard a lot of people speculating that they could potentially be porting it to PC and console. It's already launching on the Switch, so it's not that drastic of an idea that it could potentially launch on Xbox and PlayStation one day. If it's launching on the Switch, there's no reason that can't happen. And so I don't personally know if that, I think that's maybe a little bit out there, but like I said, it's not impossible, and maybe they've seen the reaction to the game and thought, okay, wow, if we launch this for free on PlayStation and Xbox and maybe even PC, alongside mobile phones and the Switch, this could, and I'm not joking when I say this could quite literally be the biggest, most profitable Star Wars game of all time. So it's definitely possible. I'm not sure that is necessarily the case. I'm not trying to be a conspiracy theorist here or anything like that, and like I said, that's more just stuff that I've seen around the community. Me personally, I'm not really sure I believe that. In the future, definitely that is possible, but I'm not sure if that's part of the reason they've delayed it. I do just personally think they've delayed it to try and make sure that they can get the game in a really good state and essentially be ready for launch, because I think once the game comes out and people can download this game and play it for free, a lot of the people who are instantly dismissing it, they're going to play it and go, oh wow, this is actually fun. All the people who were talking about it, they weren't lying. This is actually a lot of fun. And so yeah, I think they really want to get that first impression to be a lasting one. So like I said, I just wanted to sort of quickly update you guys on the game. I am back sort of playing it a little bit more regularly now. They've just done an update just the other week, and so I wanted to update you guys on what's going on, but also I probably will get back into making a little bit of content here and there on the channel surrounding Star Wars Hunters, because we really are only 2 or 3 months away from 2023, and it could be launching in early 2023. We have no idea. So hopefully that keeps you guys up to date a little bit more with what is going on with Star Wars Hunters. If you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like down below. If you're new to the channel, then definitely hit that subscribe button, and if you guys want to support the content that I make here on YouTube, then consider becoming a patron over on Patreon. But with that being said, thank you all very much for watching. You guys have a great day, and may the force be with you always.